Hello and welcome to the 79th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our co-host, Jordan, and our sometimes co-host, Alex. This is the second episode of the Scuffed series. This is the Scuffed duo, the Blizzard duo.
Scuffing.
It's a trio.
It's not a trio.
I think the only time that the audience has seen me in a different outfit, because I'm wearing sweatpants instead of jeans today.
I don't think I've ever seen Chris in sweatpants, actually.
Well, you will.
Damn.
I don't wear them in public, that's why.
Now I'm going to have a video. I'm going to have a video saved straight to my hard drive of Chris in his sweats.
I used to wear sweatpants all the time. I just, I grew out of it and started wearing jeans. And now I only wear sweatpants, like, when it's cold. Inside. I won't leave the house if I have sweatpants on.
Yeah. Let the formalities commence. So, if you want to find the podcast, you can find us natively on youtube.com with a video portion where you get to see Chris in his sweatpants and a surprise photo of Alex. I won't say what it is, but go look at it. And as always, if you want to find us in your favorite podcast app, you can do so on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, my app of choice, Pocket Casts, and the RSS feed linked below. I don't think I mentioned Pocket Cast last time, too. I'm just going to do a cut. It's going to be Spotify, Pocket Cast, and then it's going to continue.
Do one of those things where you can deep fake your own voice and record voice lines for it, and then deep fake yourself saying Pocket Cast and then splice that in.
Instead of just saying Pocket Cast.
Yeah.
Made sense. But anyway, if you want to comment, question, concerns, or death threats, send them our way. You could do so via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me, or the YouTube comment section, or Instagram or TikTok. All of that's linked below. Just threaten us, please. We want threats. Threaten our lives.
Threaten Chris's life. He doesn't get enough of it.
Make Alex feel scared.
Chris, I hope you fucking die.
Okay.
There's no specific reason. I just don't like you.
Oh, all right.
Jordan, I love you.
I love you too.
Oh.
All right, I'm glad we got that result.
I think this is the first time ever that Alex hasn't threatened my life, and he actually chose to leave me out of it. So I'm actually this is like a turning point in our relationship, I think.
Damn. Is this what it's like to be in an abusive relationship?
Oh shit. Anyway, what's going on? What have you guys been up to in the last 38 seconds? Even though none of us left, and we were talking the entire time in between episodes. But what's going on?
I have an important update.
Mm-hmm.
It's still snowing.
Yes, we are still, in fact, blizzarded.
I actually cannot see out of my windows in my room with the amount of snow that's on them. Literally, I can't see them at all.
I just looked to my left because to my immediate left there used to be a window where I could look outside because I'm in a basement, so there's a couple of windows like at the very top of the walls that go like kind of underneath my house. But currently that window is all boarded up because it broke like 6 years ago.
Yeah. It didn't break, it was broken.
Yeah.
And it's underneath a deck, so.
That's also true. The deck was not there when the house was built, so that window was there, and we just put a deck over it.
Nice. And then broke the window.
Yep.
Well, that part came afterwards. One time, just for a quick story, one time I had a bunch of people over, and I had this Nerf sword, and we were messing around with it, but the tip of it was broken, and there was just the plastic core exposed. And one of our friends, he threw it like a spear, like a javelin, and it went perfectly into the window and broke it.
I was there for this, and it was amazing. It was jaw-dropping the second the window broke. Everybody was dead silent.
Dude, it went from 100 to 0 real quick.
The person who threw the sword sat down in a chair for the rest of the night and was just kind of there.
He broke the window and he just sat down with like his head in his hands.
And I don't think he's ever been back.
I don't think so. And I told my dad about it, and he comes down and he's like, and he just walks back upstairs.
He didn't care.
That's funny. Do you remember the javelin incident at one of the fires, Chris?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, where it was like it was really funny because it went well, but if it like didn't go well, the person being javelined would have probably died.
Or at least been
Yeah,
severely
we would have
injured.
need to
Maybe,
call an
maybe.
ambulance.
Yeah, that was fun.
You can't see me, so it's not as funny, but I just spilled tea down the front of my shirt.
This is a certified
Every
Chris
fucking episode,
moment.
you gotta stop. Chris, stop with the tea. Every fucking episode you have tea, you spill it. Every time.
You need a sippy cup, bro.
You need fucking.
This dude
Fucking
cannot
bib.
drink.
Listen,
Do you want a
Listen,
bendy
He
straw?
does this shit at work too.
well, you know, I'm clumsy.
You're retarded.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I'm just bad at
shit.
I'm bad at stuff.
You're bad at
Oh,
normal
man.
human functions. Dude, we've
Yeah,
been doing
most
this
of
for
them.
hundreds
Chris-
of thousands of years.
I haven't.
I
I'm
guess
only
not.
20.
Chris's motor functions just don't work.
Damn.
Just doesn't. Fine motor functions just are not a thing that he has.
No, I have like kind of coarse motor functions.
Oh man, that's funny though. You do always spill something every single time.
Yeah,
Without fail.
most of the time, like when I eat lunch, I end up wearing most of it.
Is you're just savoring it for later, right? You better never grow a beard, because it's bad enough when food gets stuck in a beard. But Chris,
Well-
if you had a beard, you'd be pulling fucking chicken wings out of that.
Yeah.
No, well, because here's the thing: is it's kind of it'll all get caught in the beard instead of on my shirt, so I can just wash out the beard.
Chris, if you have a beard, I want it to be so fine that when you spill tea, water comes out the
Yeah.
bottom because it filters out the tea.
It's like a coffee filter.
Pretty much,
That
but-
could work. It's got one of those like 40 micron filters or whatever. That's like only particulate. Like 95% of particulates get filtered out.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Chris has a Curate built into his beard.
He has a
Instead
HEPA
of
beard.
instead of wearing a mask, I just flip the beard up and rubber band my face to it. That's my N95 right there.
N99, baby.
N99.
I went down a rabbit hole the other night, gentlemen. It was like Wednesday. I was in bed and I I reintroduced myself to the art of the Karen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen that video that blew up of the girl in the coffee shop that that guy like assaulted with a coffee cup.
Yeah.
That
Which one?
the young good point. The young teenagers or whatever, and the guy's like swearing at them. He's like, "I want to know who made this fucking drink," and then he ends up eating it over the counter.
that came out recently.
Yeah, it's very recent. So I found that video.
It was a smoothie spot, and what
Yeah.
happened was the guy's son was allergic to peanuts, and he asked for a smoothie with no peanut butter, and it ended up having peanut butter in it anyway, and the son ended up in the hospital, and he went back to the place, yelled at everyone there, even though the person who made the drink wasn't even there, threw the drink around, and I believe he said a bunch of racist stuff too, which
Yes,
was
yes,
kind
yes,
of
he
uncalled
did.
for. I feel like he definitely should have just brought up a lawsuit instead of doing
say.
that,
Yeah.
because of the lawsuit wouldn't have ruined his life.
Yep. So now his son was hospitalized. He probably owes a lot of money for that hospitalization, and he's going to jail. And he lost his job the day after that video went viral. So
Yeah, he lost
good
his
for him.
job, so that means he's gonna have to pay for the he's gonna have to pay for the hospital visit because he probably doesn't have insurance right now.
Yeah. So that video basically put me onto a downward spiral at 9:00 at night until about 11:30 at night,
That's
just
fair.
watching Karen videos.
That's like ultra
over
late
and
for
over.
you, Jordan.
That's like ultra late. That's like dude, I was like pretty much sleep deprived the next day. But no, in all seriousness, I was fine. But for me, I go to bed very early, so you know that is definitely a late night for me. But I was on a downward trend of just Karen videos, and I found my favorite one ever.
Yeah.
And
This
what's
bitch
that?
at I did Sporting Goods. She's like, this guy's filming it, and he's just a really charismatic guy, and it's just this like short, stocky little old lady. You can tell she's like cracked in the head, and she's like pump faking him the whole time. she's like sticking her chest out, like trying to lunge at him.
What?
And
Why?
he's like, oh no, I'm scared. And then she runs up to him and he's like, oh no, please don't beat me and stuff. And he's just being really funny. And my favorite part of the whole video is one thing he says. He goes, "You're a lame-o."
Oh shit.
And she goes,
Careful, you gotta put her in
she
the
goes, I'm a
hospital.
what? She goes, I'm a what? He goes, you're a lame-o. She goes, what does that mean? He goes, you're a loser. And then the video ends,
Bro,
and I
call her a
love it.
fucking ambulance. She's gotta be in the ICU
Yeah.
after that, bro.
Dude, I love it. The video just ends, and it's just the way he says it. He's literally just like, you lame-o. And
think-
it's just so funny.
I think my favorite one is there was this woman, this guy's filming, and he's behind this woman in a drive-thru, and she's like gotten out of her car, and she's yelling through the window, and this
We're just at a
guy
Dunkin'
is
Donuts?
just- and this guy is just heckling her from behind her. He has his window open. He goes, "Get out of the way, Karen! I need my McNuggets and my McChicken. Get out of the way!"
That's awesome.
That's my favorite one, I think.
Yeah. I got into Karen videos for a couple nights. I was kind
That's
of
fair.
addicted, to be honest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
They're just so funny. They're just so good. And I want to meet a real life Karen, to be honest. I feel like I would just crack up in this situation.
I
But
would
they can
commit
also
an
be kind of
act of
scary.
homicide.
Dude, Karens can also be kind of scary because they're they're tapped.
Yeah.
They're unhinged.
They'll be like, all right, fuck you, leave, and then come back with like their boyfriend with a 12
No,
gauge and kill you.
No, it is strange. It is strange though to see like 65-year-old women who have less mental maturity than actual toddlers.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I guess it is a sign of the times though, because I think they get a pass for it because their generation was like regularly exposed to lead, so they probably have some kind of lasting damage from that.
That's funny. Yeah, Back then, that generation was pretty much running off of lead and racism.
Yeah.
So.
They were running off of leaded gasoline, so
Yeah. So it kind of made sense that there'd be a couple screws fucking loose. But yeah, I went down that fucking binge, and TikTok is the worst for that. And even YouTube Shorts, like I had no idea that YouTube Shorts you could just search keywords and just get shorts related to those keywords. So that was a problem. I just typed in Karen and I was going to YouTube Shorts for like an hour.
Yeah.
yeah, that'll get you. I feel like, just to speak to YouTube Shorts specifically, I'm thinking about this whole thing because it's like the stories thing over and over again. Because Snapchat like did stories, and then Instagram did it, and then now everyone has like a
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, even
and it's the same
Facebook.
thing with TikTok. Was like TikTok, that's their thing, is like short videos that you can scroll through infinitely. And I haven't been on a platform that does it as good.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
like
Instagram Reels sucks. They never give me anything that like I'm actually interested in. YouTube Shorts sucks.
oh yeah, it's
so
bad.
so I feel like why not just essentially copy and paste TikTok and take like their algorithm and make it work.
Yeah.
YouTube.
I don't have-
Sorry, you go, Jordan.
No, I was just say I don't have a ton of issues with YouTube Shorts. It's gotten better for me, but when I first started, when it came out, it was random. Like it was like, here's a Karen video, here's a gaming video. Oh, now we're gonna talk about fucking kids in Ethiopia, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Well,
Like none of this is tailored
That's how
towards my interests.
That's how my Instagram Reels are. Like I'll look through because I'll get recommended Reels. I'm like, okay, I'll scroll through this for a little bit, and it's like, okay, that's a cat video. Okay, that's a cat video. Okay, that's another cat video. Okay, this is a video from a person who just made an account that has 0 likes and 0 comments.
Yeah.
For some reason, you want me to see this.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
That was made for like people who go to school with that person. I don't know this person.
Yeah, pretty much. But what were you gonna say, Alex?
I don't understand how YouTube Shorts have been around for like months and months and months, and there's still no way in the YouTube app to share them, if I remember correctly.
Is there
or
not?
no, maybe not share, but download or something like that. I forget what it was. Here, let me go see if I can
Yeah,
find
there's
them.
That's another thing that TikTok nails is the save video feature is beautiful
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Yes.
You can save a video within 10 seconds. On YouTube, it's a whole thing. On unless you have premium, I guess. But then you don't actually get the file. You just get the access to it, essentially.
That's right. It wasn't shorts. It was, you know how you can post like images to YouTube?
Yeah.
You can't fucking
that sucks
download
too.
them, dude. I've had to
I saw a
screenshot them.
really good one the other day, and I wasn't able to save it, so I said forget it.
It's infuriating, especially when it's a GIF too. I can't download it. I can't save it. There's nothing I can do.
Just screenshot every frame. And put it together.
Yep.
And YouTube, Instagram Reels, you can't download at all. You can save them, I guess, but it's still like, what if they get removed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which has
something
happened
like
before.
edgy.
And that happens with stuff because some people on TikTok have the saved thing disabled. So I'll just add it to my favorites and I'll just download it later if I remember. But a lot of the stuff I'll save just gets removed. So
Yeah.
I guess I should just have a better sense of humor. Like a more clean PC, family-friendly sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, my TikTok is like super political sometimes. I'm just like, this ain't what I'm here for. Like, come on.
Yeah, I get a mix of stuff. Mostly it's just dumb stuff, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I get a mix too, but it's usually like maybe 40% dumb stuff, 20 to 30% like random bullshit, and then the rest is just political.
I don't use TikTok.
So
I follow this one guy. I've showed Alex a couple videos from him. He's this Russian guy.
Oh my god.
And he makes like, I want to say cooking videos.
You can't classify this as cooking, dude.
Because you really can't classify what he's using as food.
No.
He lives in just this, or films in this disgusting Chernobyl-ass, like, house. And all the food is full of mold.
what?
And the camera quality is like 360p at best. And the one video that really put me onto this guy was there's a video of him chopping, I think, liver with an axe.
Yeah.
With an axe. Well,
Like a logging axe.
Well, extremely low quality version of Brain Stew by Green Day plays in the background.
What the fuck?
This guy's a menace.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his channel name because his account is just a bunch of random letters. But if you come across it, you'll know what you're seeing.
Oh, yeah.
You'll know the guy if you find him.
You know, like in
yeah.
Resident Evil with the Baker family where they got all that food on the table?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
That's what it's like.
It's the same thing. It's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that scene though in Resident Evil, like that was a fucking crazy scene, honestly, where they're eating. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a scarring scene.
He's also got this big microwave that has COVID written on it.
Yeah.
And he pulls stuff out of there sometimes.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. TikTok is like 50-50 for me. I like get into it for like a day, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is cool. And then I just don't check it for 3 weeks, and then I'm like, oh,
No,
yeah, I forgot I had this
I
installed.
can rarely put down TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, I've never downloaded it.
Yeah, podcasting has become a big facet of my life recently. I've been listening to more and more podcasts. So.
This is the only one I listen to.
I listen
Aw,
to...
Thank you.
No, you're lying. This podcast sucks. I listen to like 2 podcasts actively, and both of them are from like essentially the same people.
Yeah.
There's one podcast that has 3 hosts, and 2 of the hosts do a different podcast that I also listen to. Or watch, I guess, because it's more of like a video reaction podcast.
Yeah. Well, makes sense. I mean, if you like them and their sense of humor and their chemistry, right, you would follow them.
One podcast I've seen clips of that I want to watch or listen to is Cumtown.
Huh?
What the hell is that?
It seems like a variety podcast, but all the clips I've seen from it are hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'll have to listen to a couple episodes and then provide an update. But
Yeah. Yeah. Is it? I'm assuming it's a well-known podcast. It's not. Like
yeah, it's
smaller
fairly popular.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta say, my least favorite podcast probably ever to listen to is probably the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I don't know what the fuck those guys are talking about.
I agree. That one kind of sucks.
It's like there's this fucking large Oompa Loompa fucking Goomba looking man.
Yeah, and there's this like there's this dumb rat looking guy with a rat looking mustache.
There's two rat looking guys. Well, yeah, one of them has a mustache. The other one's just like
never there.
Ratatouille. The other one's bald. Yeah, I just never know. And then the bald one just doesn't show up sometimes.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time, it just doesn't show up. So it's like so inconsistent. Those fucking losers. We should send them a death threat.
And comments,
I
questions,
think so.
and maybe concerns too.
I still can't get over our boss saying that in like in important meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Those guys suck. Maybe we'll do a collab with them so we can like
tell them how bad they are.
Yo, that would actually be a funny ass April Fool's episode. Chris, could you imagine if we recorded two like audio tracks, like a question and answer with each other?
Dude,
it was like there was two of us.
So much work, but I think that'd be hilarious.
I think we should do it. That would be fucking.
We would have
hysterical.
to like transcribe the whole thing.
Oh, it'd have to be like a bit. Yeah, it'd be like pretty much a bit. That would actually be
pretty
super
funny,
interesting.
Can't wait to see what natural disaster stops that one from happening.
I'm honestly putting that one in the archives.
Be like,
That's
all right,
I
guys,
like that
let's record this, and then Chris's computer explodes and kills him.
It doesn't even explode in a manner that only affects like me. It starts like a nuclear holocaust. it's like the Tsar Bomba just blew up.
Yeah.
Right here. It like levels the like 50-mile radius.
It only kills
Oh,
me, you, and Jordan though. That's the only people.
Yeah, that's
it
it.
kills.
Yeah. Yep. It's like a localized explosion, except for the fact that it's not localized at all, but it only affects localized targets.
Yeah. Only a couple
man.
of them though. Few of them.
All right, I just wrote it down. I just wanted to keep that idea in the spank bank.
I guess.
What is it
No,
with
I just-
you and your spank bank, Jordan?
Yeah, what's your problem?
It's like the third time
Listen,
you
man.
brought this up.
Listen, man, it's snowing. We're locked inside. Every man needs a spank bank.
All right.
No one can tell. This is the
Fair
perfect time of
enough.
year because no one can tell because it blends in with everything else around. Comes out unless it comes out a little gray. That happens sometimes.
Huh?
I think you're dying, Jordan.
I think you need a doctor.
Yeah,
well,
you
fuck
need
it.
to seek medical
It's,
attention.
It's my tumorous fluids. Just
Oh, sounds like you've already
Tumorous
been to a doctor.
fluids.
oh shit. Anyway,
Speaking of tumorous fluids, what else has been going on?
Alex, you got anything you want to bring up?
Yeah, so we've talked in the past about like wanting to do video game playthroughs and stuff, and there goes my lights.
Yeah, that's always
flickering
gone
again.
well.
Yeah, so I was doing what I do every single day in my life, which is lay in bed wanting to die watching YouTube videos. So
That's fair.
I was scrolling through and I saw a video of Alien Isolation, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember this game.
It's a good game.
And I clicked on it, and I forgot how goddamn terrifying this game is. One of the fewer horror games that I can say like actually like scare me, because I was sitting there. It was only like a 20-second video, and the dude makes a noise by accident, runs into another room and hides under the table. And this thing, you can hear it in the back room, sprint into the room and just stand right near the table. That literally made me kind of sit up like, whoa, holy shit. And I'm not even playing the game. I'm watching a 20-second clip of somebody playing the game, and that made me jump. So I think maybe it'd be like a fun idea if we played it, like have one person play it, the other two watch, and then we switch off every so often.
Yeah, it could be a good idea. There's rumors of a sequel coming out too, so that would be cool as well.
And then
If they do make a sequel.
yeah,
Why
I think
did they?
that'd
I don't see. You see this in games every so often. Is a sequel that comes out, and you see it in movies a lot more, or a sequel that comes out after like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like the original Alien Isolation came out in like 2014.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 2014 exactly. I looked it up because I was trying to see if the sequel was confirmed or
So
just
like,
rumors. It's rumors.
why even bother? Why not just,
Money.
you know? I guess. Like I guess
Well,
there was
the-
a sequel to Red Dead after like 8 years, and that turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's also a VR mod for it too.
Oh my god, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, I would probably kill myself.
We could do it.
Jordan gets jump scared and immediately blows his brains out.
I get jump scared so bad. I don't even move. Right? It's that scary that I get jump scared where I just go and I just stand perfectly still.
He just has
10
a
seconds.
heart
10 seconds elapse, and then you see this fluid leaking from under the headset, and then I just collapse, and my head is just gone.
You just go, and your heart falls out of your chest.
Damn.
out of my ass.
Oh, okay.
Chris, speaking of asses, Chris, I forgot how we ended last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago at the point the audience is listening to this, but basically episode 77, I forgot how that ended with me just being like, bro, prolapse rectum's like kind of cool.
Yeah. You're
And
like,
I
things haven't been the same since. I
dude,
figured that one out.
I literally was laughing the whole time after I heard that. I just couldn't stop. I did not remember saying that. But I do have to say, I will back up that statement. Things really have not been the same.
Damn.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry for your loss.
You ever have a nightmare where you're being chased by a giant prolapsed rectum,
Can't say I have.
and then it smothers you, and you become the prolapse?
It's like a big worm. It just sucks you in.
It's the Alaskan bullworm. It's like that.
You need fucking
Yeah.
therapy, Jordan.
Yo, speaking of therapy and giant bullworms, I actually have like my new favorite YouTooz that just came in.
How does this relate
This
at all?
Mm.
dude really buying YouTooz.
Because the YouTooz is Patrick Starr, bro, and he's saying, I have $3. You remember the toilet plunger episode?
Yeah.
Where Mr. Krabs does the yard sale, and it's Patrick's toilet plunger, and he goes, how much money you got? And he goes, I have $3. And then he takes his money. It's that, and it's really cool, and I like it. Although YouTooz is a shit company, so. But I like their products, unfortunately. They're the only ones that make nice vinyl figures.
Yeah.
See, this comes back to like me not wanting to own more stuff. I hate little collectible junk like that. It might as well just be straight to landfill for me.
Yeah.
Like you could use those materials elsewhere for something more useful.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's plastic, so it's going to kill the environment regardless.
Oh,
if it's in a
either way,
Patrick
but at
Star
least
shaped
use it for
figure.
something useful.
Hey, Patrick Star's useful, bro. Come on.
Hey, Jordan.
I put him in the spank bank.
Jordan, don't
Bruh.
you have this like figurine of Patrick Starr on your desk, and like you put stuff in his ass or something?
Yeah. He does.
Yes, I do. So there's a candy figurine. It's a keychain foam Patrick Star with a tube in his ass, and you pull the tube out of his ass, and there's candy inside of it.
So you just put stuff in there.
So I have it at work on my desk, and inside his ass at the moment is a rubber squirrel.
What is your problem, bro?
Like I said, he needs therapy, dude.
It's just two figurines that I have, man.
Bro just ain't right.
But what's it called? I have two shelves above my desk. One is the Last of Us shelf, and the other one is just like YouTooz figures. So yeah,
Yeah, see,
and I have all the boxes too.
yeah, the idea of like random collectible garbage like that bothers me. I don't know why. I can't quite explain it. But anytime people have like 50 keychains or like 50 of those dumb figures, I just get angry.
Makes sense. Chris prefers to have like old server equipment that doesn't work
Yeah.
in the corner.
Not
somewhere.
even that really. Because I'm trying to get rid of that shit too.
Yeah.
What
I'm
I
having a mucus incident right now.
what I find funny about Chris saying that is in the past I made this statement before that Chris is a trinket and doodad kind of person.
Well, here's the thing. Random collectible garbage is inherently different from trinkets and doodads. I am a fan of trinkets and doodads. I just don't seek out trinkets and doodads because it's more plastic crap that I have.
You really like that little bean fidget toy I gave you?
Yeah, I liked it so much that I think it fell on the floor, and it's just been sitting there for a while.
Nice. I don't know where the one I gave to our other coworker went. I assume he took it.
Oh, it's gone probably.
I don't know.
He boofed it.
This dude
He
definitely
definitely
shit
boofed it.
with assholes. Yeah, I think we need an intervention, Chris. He just keeps bringing up stuff about like assholes and prolapses and putting things in Patrick's ass.
Yeah,
He's got an issue.
Yeah, I think
Well,
you've
in
got
my
an
defense-
obsession.
In my defense, Chris is the one who brought up Patrick's asshole. I brought up Patrick
Yeah,
as a
because
YouTuber.
You're
of
the
your
one
obsession
doing
with
it.
it.
No, I
You
didn't.
put stuff
he-
in there.
You
You
have a
put like your
squirrel
fingers
in
in there
there.
and stuff.
Oh no, I spin him. I spin him from his ass.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
That's all, man.
Excuse me, I retract my previous statement then.
You're a menace.
Alex, if you keep talking shit, I'm gonna spin you from your ass.
You know what,
Shut the
Jordan?
fuck up.
I revoke what I said last episode. I'm getting a divorce.
Oh man, yo. Speaking of divorces, I'm gonna end up getting a divorce because I'm yelling and screaming and Lexi's doing college work behind me. So
Damn.
That's the final straw. She's like, listen,
it's
I'm
gonna
done.
be.
We're not married,
sitting
and I'm
here,
filing
Jordan.
for divorce.
You're sitting here yelling about like squirrel anuses and shit. I don't wanna do this anymore.
It's gonna go on so long that I'm just gonna hear my own 12 gauge rack behind my head and be like, oh fuck.
Damn.
That's it. It's over.
It's done with.
And we'll have to
Over and
find
done
a
with.
new host.
Oster's gonna take my place.
He'll go. Ah! That's the noise he makes.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, Alex. Just watch your goddamn mouth, or we're gonna have some prolapsing issues.
No.
I'm gonna pull your intestines out through your ass.
I'm going to murder you in your sleep.
I wonder if anyone's ever modded Blade and Sorcery to do that. You think so, Chris? They're called like the Puppeteer mod. You just stick your fist up someone's ass.
And we're back on the track of acid.
We never left, so how are we back
I
on?
want to give an update on the brake situation with my Fiesta.
Yep, back to top.
Yeah, because Chris bought a car and it's been dying ever since.
Oh yeah, because I can't have anything nice.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I spent a considerable amount of money on a car, and then I've just been problems ever since. I tried to remedy the issue. So as a recap, there's an imperfection on my rotor, and there was a high spot on my brake pad, and they were rubbing each other, and it was annoying. So I tried to fix it. And what I did was I evened out the brake pad on like a belt sander, because I thought whatever high spot was on the rotor would cut into the brake pad, and then it would fix itself. It has just made the issue worse.
Oh, nice.
It did fix itself for a while, and then it got a lot worse, and it's slowly getting better.
I was gonna say, I thought you said it fixed it.
It did,
Yeah.
and then it didn't.
Nice.
So, if you don't want to do your entire rotors because you don't want to spend the money on it yet, why don't you just get them replaned?
Because then I have to take them off anyway, and at that point I might as well just get new ones.
Yeah, but I thought your concern was spending $300 on the entire thing instead
No,
of
that's
like
not.
50 bucks.
That's not my concern at all. My concern is that it's cold.
Yeah, but a brake and rotor job takes 20 minutes.
If it wasn't,
You'll be alright.
if it wasn't negative 85 degrees out, I would have done it already.
Bring it to someone then.
Actually,
No,
sir,
I'm
it's
not gonna do
21. It's 21 Fahrenheit right now.
What am I, a woman?
Your
Why
body's
would I bring
gonna
my
be
car
fucking
for
21
someone to
Fahrenheit.
do it?
Because they probably wouldn't have tried to sand down your fucking brake and made it worse.
Yeah.
It was a
yeah.
fine. It was a fine decision. It was a fine decision.
So you
He
thought.
sure seems like it.
My line of thinking made sense, and it's not harmful. It's just annoying.
That's
and
funny.
I could have fixed it by now. I just don't want to go out and work in the cold.
So now, here's the real question of why do your rotors have a high spot? Is there anything wrong with your caliper? noticed,
No,
or-
I'm pretty sure something just got caught up in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it got all messed up. But I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
investigate further once I have it all apart.
You know
Because
what,
if it's a caliper job too, then that kind of complicates things.
you know what you
Yeah.
could do, Chris?
What?
You emptied out that garage, didn't you?
Kind of.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you empty it out enough, could you fit the car in there and get like a heater or something?
That's the end goal, but that's see how that's
Still a
going.
ways
yeah.
away. Chris's garage is buried in snow right now. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was like, oh well, I'll probably deal with it this weekend, and then we got 65 feet of snow. So.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. As of this morning, we had 6 inches. We're expecting like 12 to 24. So it's gonna keep going. It's gonna get heavy. I think it might be getting heavy now.
Still can't see out my windows, so.
So the inherent issue is that I tried to fix it without spending money and made it worse.
Nice.
And then now it's too cold, and I refuse to take it to someone.
Nice.
I refuse.
Yeah, Chris did the boomer thing, right, where they just try to jerry rig everything and save money.
Well, of course,
and then
yeah.
usually it backfires.
Yeah.
So
I
so Chris's ideology is like a boomer, where it's like, let me try this, and then when it doesn't work, even though I was doing this to avoid the hard part, now I'm gonna do double the labor.
Well,
'cause I
see,
have to take
here's
it
the
apart
thing.
twice.
That's not necessarily my mentality. My mentality is like, I'm going to see if this will do it for now, and then I'll fix it properly later.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to have to end up fixing it properly. So if we can get one weekend where it's not negative 68, or we have like it's 17 inches of rain or 75 feet of snow or something, it'd be great. I'll do it
17
then.
inches of rain. Goddamn.
If it's because it's like every weekend for the last like 2 months, it's been like, oh, it's 8 degrees, or oh, it's raining, or it's snowing, or something stupid like that. It's frustrating. I can't do anything. So
Well, good news is next weekend's supposed to be 25 on Saturday and 36 on Sunday, so that's doable.
warm enough for me.
There you go.
Goddamn. But yeah, it's just all you got left to do. So hopefully it's nothing more major, and it's just a one-off.
I need to do that, and then I have to swallow my pride and take it to someone because I need tires. So.
And your fucking oil done, right? Isn't that still plugged up?
I'm gonna mess with that more.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
there's like 17 different options that I could have done that I didn't do. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you don't
Yeah.
have a lot of room under there to get a breaker bar.
That was the biggest issue. It's like I didn't have a ton of room because it was on ramps and I expected it to be higher up than it was.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to mess with it anymore. I am gonna do it though. I'm gonna mess with it more.
Yeah. That car has been an interesting car. You bought it to do all these projects on once it was paid off, and all the projects you've had to do were just like fucking literal issues.
Making sure the fucking thing works. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's always fun.
So that being said, if you're considering buying a Ford product, don't. So, that's my advice.
Yeah.
If you're considering buying a not Toyota product, don't. Because I wouldn't be in this situation if I had a Toyota in the first place, because you don't have to fix them, really.
Yeah. They just work.
I do have to say, with Toyota, I hope that somehow they have a large crash in the near future, because I hate the fact that Toyota is like the only good car manufacturer. So I would just love to see the car market when Toyota makes a shit product someday. So I hope they do.
I would just like to see someone else compare. I guess there's like Honda, but
Yeah.
I would just like to see someone else be like, hey, we're gonna make really reliable stuff and we're gonna support it and do recalls and all this maintenance too. But nope, no one's done it thus far, so.
And they probably won't.
Yeah, probably not.
Say we just get rid of cars. We all just put on a pair of paper mache wings and just fly.
Let's make our own car.
Now that's a good idea.
Alex, we have a hard time planning a camping trip. Do you really think we're gonna make a car?
Yeah.
I've already done it. It's ready to go. I'm coming to pick you guys up.
In all the snow, it's like a fucking tank.
Well, as Chris said,
It's on tracks.
No, it's actually a it is on tracks. Yeah, let's go with that. It's on tracks, and it's also buoyant enough to float over the river,
Of course.
which is actually probably frozen right now anyway.
Yeah, you don't really have to float. You just gotta glide and not crash through. Yep. Yes, sir. Alex, do you read ever besides for school? Do you read in your leisurely time?
I used to. I haven't read anything in a while. I got a massive Lovecraft book that I never finished. That I have to at some point.
Yeah, I know. Chris, did you end up starting reading? I know you wanted to. You said you wanted to read the Witcher books.
No, I have it sitting on my desk. I haven't started it yet.
Yeah, no. I tried to get into reading, and I finished the Metro 2033 book a couple weeks back, or like a month back. I think I remember talking about it. And I started Metro 2034, and there was just this really goofy scene I thought was really funny, where one of the main characters, the chapter literally ends with him shooting someone, and then he removes their gas mask, and he just goes, "The Black." That's all. That's
He's racist.
So
Bruh.
here's the thing. He says "The Black," and this whole plot is building up to like a mystery virus. In the way the virus is being transmitted and the way things are going, it just sounds funnily enough like COVID, and I'm just like, oh, this is kind of funny. And he says this, so I'm like thinking to myself, this has to be some sort of mysterious thing. He must be referring to the virus and how it's afflicting this person. And then the next chapter picks up going, Hunter had not seen a black man since before the war.
What? It really is?
What the fuck?
I was joking, man. I didn't think that's actually what it was.
Dude, no, that's legit what it was. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Why would...
And
Why would they could have just not put that in there.
But why would you say the Black?
Yeah, that too.
That doesn't make sense.
So my thoughts is it's a translation issue because this book is originally in Russian.
Yeah, that's probably
it's translated
why.
to English. So I'm assuming it just was supposed to say like black, and he says the Black, and I'm like, what? What the hell's going on? And I read one chapter like each sitting, so I put the book down after that, and the next day it just picks up with Hunter had not seen a black man since before the war, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Bruh. I mean, it could be worse, I guess. Like if he lifted his gas mask and just said the N-word.
Yeah.
That's funny. But it's actually a really good book, though. It's funny. That was like the one like moment I was like, what the fuck is going on? But the book itself is actually really good. I like it better than the Metro 2033. But what's weird is Metro, the first one, 2033, is like almost one-to-one in a way with the game. Like the plot follows the same exact beats. And then there's Metro Last Light, which this book, 2034, says, oh, this is the book that inspired Last Light. But it has nothing to do with it at all. And I'm really confused. But I don't know.
What was the Metro First Light?
The first light, so 2033.
Oh, that was the first ever light?
Yeah, pretty much.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes 2033 Last Light and then Exodus, and the books don't seem to really be tied in. So I'm wondering if what happened, because the main character from the first game and first book aren't even in this book, I'm wondering if the game devs liked that character so much that they made their own story for the sequels, and it has nothing to do with the books, but I honestly don't know.
Maybe.
Because it followed it for the first one. The first game's exactly along with the book. It ends in the exact same place on the exact same scene after the same words are said. And then the second book has nothing to do with it unless it ties in at the end, and then the third book, whatever, takes over. But it's just weird. But it's a good series. Good series. It's a little weird, though, because it's translated from Russian to English, so the words for the names are super complicated, and there's also some grammar issues.
That's the thing I'm going to be kind of worried about with reading The Witcher, because it's translated from Polish.
Right?
Yeah, good luck with that.
And there's a couple translators that have done it, and I've read some of the reviews that say like, oh, I've seen this line translated better, but this is a pretty decent one. I had another similar thing where I was reading. I bought a big collection of Franz Kafka stories, and that's all translated from German. And some of the translations are rough, but most of them are okay.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand what's happening. There's just some times where, like, I have to read, like, a line a couple of times to be like, what does this mean? And then I have to, like, oh, it was just translated wrong. It probably means this.
Yeah, a little bit of, like, inferring. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that with this book, too, where I'm like, wait, what are they trying to say here? Like, what is the implication of this line? Oh, it means this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come here.
It's certainly interesting. Translated books are something.
Chris.
I'm gonna force my cat to be nice by holding him.
He doesn't like that, so.
He's gonna like it now.
Speaking of books, Chris still has to read Berserk. And I'm gonna force him to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that
I'm
a
gonna
manga
hold him
you
at
said?
gunpoint.
Well,
Is that a
the
manga,
issue.
Alex?
Yes.
Yeah, the issue was when I was gonna do it. I wanted to get the deluxe versions, and then I couldn't find them in stock. And then I got distracted with other things. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually made a Assassin's Creed Valhalla manga called Blood Brothers, I believe. I got it for Christmas. I have to read that after the Metro Blitz, so it's pretty long.
You should read Berserk too, Jordan.
What is it about again? Try to sell it. What's your sales pitch? Let's go.
I don't want to say anything is the problem. I don't know how much
Without
to say
spoiling.
without spoiling it because it's something that you don't want to go in. It's something you
You don't want to know what you're
Yes.
getting into.
It is better if you don't know what you're getting into because that's the experience I had and it was fucking good.
How long is it?
It's pretty long. What I
it's like
did
one
though,
of the longest running mangas ever.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think.
it started in
I think it's
70s or 80s and it went until the author's death a few years ago.
I think the only one that's longer is JoJo's, and that started in like 88 or 87.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, dude.
And you read the whole thing, Alex?
Yes, I didn't buy any of the books though because it's a lot of books and it's pretty expensive. And when I read it, I didn't really have a job, so
All the deluxe editions like only go up to like halfway through the series anyway.
yeah.
So you have to wait for them all to be put into books and then made.
So I would recommend
Yeah.
trying to find it online if you could.
Yeah, maybe some sort of audiobook format or something.
No,
Well,
you have to
it's
read
a-
it. It's a
I mean, it's
manga.
a visual novel, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
images.
guess. Yeah, you have to see it. Well, yeah,
Bro's
I know.
getting
but it's
audiobooks of comics, bro.
Well, yeah.
And
Well,
the
mangas
narrator's
seem
just
to be
like,
a little
hey,
less-
in this panel, Spider-Man make a web and then he swing.
Next panel.
Well, at least in the,
Cling, clang, clang.
Well, at least in the Valhalla manga, it's a visual novel, but it has a lot more of like a narrative to it, than most. So that's what I was relating it to. It's a lot more dialogue than the visuals themselves. Straight up, there's not panels or anything. It's all pages.
Oh no, these
individually.
are all panels.
That makes sense. Yeah, so that wouldn't work.
That's what makes that shit easy to read, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can blow through pages. Honestly, you spend more time like talking over the art than actually.
Oh my
reading
god,
the
Back when I-
especially from that book.
Like, back when I read through, like, a good portion of JoJo's, you can skim through most of the series in, like,
Yeah.
a little while, honestly. It'll take you a couple of weeks, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. I've never really read a manga in full, so we'll see how this Valhalla one sits with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
and
I
I
end
guess-
up being like,
The thing, too, I
Adding to it.
imagine the way it's printed is in, like, the true way, so you have to read it backwards.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
if you...
Yep.
Yeah.
It's read back to front. Why
Yeah,
is it
which
like
is
that? Couldn't tell
interesting.
you.
Yeah, that's just how they do it.
is Japan the only country that does back to front?
I don't know.
Like, in general, no.
Yeah. What other countries do?
Like, I know, I think Arabic is written right to left instead of left to right. So I don't know if Japanese is written right to left, but I know they do their books backwards for some reason.
I don't think it's written right to left. I think it's written left to right. I don't
It's
know
just
though.
the pages, yeah.
It's just they want
Yeah,
it
it's
to be
weird.
quirky and different.
But yeah, when you read the book, you have to read from... You flip it backwards, so the book starts where a normal book would be.
And,
yeah,
yeah.
and you read from right
Yep.
to left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the Valhalla manga is too. So made sense. But yeah. Chris, good luck with your brakes. I hope they break and you actually stop. And that's break, A-K-E, not E-A-K.
No, I hope they.
I love when people spell that shit wrong. No, I love when people spell that shit wrong. By the way, I fucking love it. That's the one thing I will always correct someone. I'm like, well, actually, as a matter of fact.
Well, actually. But after recounting my whole experience, I'm just frustrated. I'm just angry.
Yeah.
Chris, what are we gonna do with you, man?
I'm just frustrated, and and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I just get a couple things done, and then going forward, it should be fine. But like, what if it's not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have to say you've had an immense amount of issues. Obviously, nothing major, but just in general, like an immense amount of issues with that car in the fucking 6 months you've had
I'm gonna get the brakes straight. I'm gonna get the seals on the fucking fuel door done, set, tires set. It's gonna be all clean, perfect, and then I'm gonna put it in gear, and the gear is gonna go up sideways straight through the engine, cutting all the pistons somehow.
Yeah.
And then the turbo is gonna turn around and take off like a helicopter, crash down through the sunroof, and kill me instantly.
Damn.
I guess you don't have to worry about it at that point.
Yeah,
do you?
I guess not.
I guess not.
So, yeah, I'd love to see that though. That'd be a good plot for like a movie, like that couch movie. We should actually do a reaction to that, Chris. Remember the couch movie, The Killer Sofa?
I think so.
Yeah, we talked about it. Maybe we should do a reaction to that, Alex. There's a movie called Killer Sofa, and it's about a sofa, a recliner, that's killing people.
Sounds real fucking dumb.
Yeah,
It's like Tire or
perfect.
whatever that movie is.
Rubber.
Rubber.
Movie about
Yep.
the killer tire.
I think it's like the same. It's literally like a fucking spiritual successor to that, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds exactly the same.
So, be funny. It would definitely be funny to do. But yeah, that's all I got. You fucking lamos.
Damn.
Yeah, that's it.
There was one thing I didn't bring up.
The Black.
No, that was not it. Back when a little while ago when we were talking about horror games, SCP Containment Breach, old ass game, one of my favorite horror games, recently got a multiplayer mod, and I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think that would be interesting if we played that, because that's another game that it was one of the few. It's not as scary anymore, but when I was little, it was one of the few games that did scare me.
Yeah, no, it's got more of an ambiance. So
Yeah.
like I told you, I think we were off mic, but I told you I was watching someone play through it.
Yeah.
Is it the game ported to multiplayer, or is it like a new version of it in multiplayer?
It is the.
Like, does someone play as SCP?
No, it's
Or
the
one of the
original
SCPs?
game ported to multiplayer. So there's you don't
Oh, that's
play
cool.
as an SCP, and it's a little janky, but it's an old ass game, so that's expected, and it kind of just makes it a little bit more funny.
It would be cool to see it would be cool to see that kind of updated graphics.
There is one.
Oh, is there?
There is one somebody's making in Unity, I think, if I remember correctly.
Ooh.
It's obviously not done now, but it is like a modern version of it.
Yeah, that would be cool. Interesting. We should make a game.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, all right.
Why
Never
not?
mind then.
I refuse.
It's a lot of work.
Well, me and Alex will then. Fine.
I will.
We'll make
I will
Cyberpunk.
sabotage your game.
We'll make Cyberpunk. We'll fit Cyberpunk. Me and Alex single-handedly.
Well, they
we
released
will
all the source
finish
code,
Cyberpunk.
so
It was Cyberpunk 2078.
Yeah, 2077 plus.
there you go.
There you go.
It's 2077.1.
Let's buy CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, I have $3, so I think we can.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's about what they were worth the day Cyberpunk
It's about
came
how much
out.
money they made on it.
No, they made a lot
Yeah.
of money. They just,
No, they got. I don't know if they made a lot of money though after all the lawsuits and also the refunds,
refunds,
and
yeah.
getting
I
pulled
guess,
off
yeah.
multiple digital retailers. So I'm not sure where their margin was there, but I can't imagine it was great. Speaking of horror games, Alex, have you ever seen anyone play the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners VR game?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's something you'd be really into if you got a Quest. They have it natively on the Quest, but if you can play it on PC, obviously it's cross-buy. So if you buy it on Quest, you get it on both
Yeah.
or whatever. But obviously it's better on there. But it's really fucking good. It's just like slow, methodical zombie killing. So you can't just hack and slash. You literally have to like get the right amount of force behind your attack to, stab them in the head, and it takes your stamina and shit.
Yeah.
And it's pretty scary too. But they finally announced Chapter 2 of it. So that's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's literally one of the best VR games like ever.
Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that in the past, and you played a lot of that.
Yeah, I like it. And I played it even natively on the Quest, and I mean, it ran pretty good on there. It had a couple frame dips that I was not too happy about,
Yeah.
but overall, when I played it at launch on the Quest as well, it ran pretty much fine.
Yeah.
So, it's a perfectly adequate way to play it. But Chris,
Yeah.
did you end up buying Half-Life Alyx like you said you might?
No.
Fucking hate you, dude. You need to do something with your life. Get up off your fucking ass and play that game.
You know what I am gonna do is get up off my ass and take a piss. I'm dying right now.
I can tell. I can hear you shifting around over there.
I'm shifting.
He's gonna piss himself.
Shifting.
I am.
But no, Half-Life Alyx is wicked cool though. Alyx.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Half-Life Alyx for Alyx. Have you played that or watched someone play it?
Well, I don't have a Quest or anything, so I can't play it. But I did watch somebody
that's
play
right.
through the whole thing.
What's cool about it too is there's a lot of good mods. Like there's a BioShock mod. It's called Return to Rapture, and it's like a full-on BioShock story
Yeah.
in Half-Life Alyx. It's really cool.
That's interesting.
What people do.
I didn't know
So,
there
and
were
it's all
mods.
free mods. It's from the workshop. Yeah, it's Steam Workshop. So Valve opened up the workshop for it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
It's a Valve first-party
Yeah.
game, right? So, but yeah, it's pretty fucking sick.
It kind of, if I remember
You should get a Quest.
Correctly, it alters the game of the Half-Life 2, or alters the story of the Half-Life 2 DLCs, like at the end of it.
Yeah.
I know Half-Life 1 and 2. I never played I actually played Half-Life 1. I never played 2, but I never watched the DLCs for 2 either.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it basically ties in.
Yeah, I own them all actually.
Right at the end.
So I could just go and play them.
I'm literally choking over here. I'm gonna grab water.
All right. And now it's only me.
Just a update. I pretty much cannot see out the window anymore
Nice. Jordan
because of
fucking
the snow.
choked and died, so he went to go grab
I literally
Marius.
fucking choke and died, dude. I had to mute the mic and everything. I was
Jesus.
fucking dying. I knocked back. I was talking to Alex about Half-Life Alyx, and I knocked back like a single sip of water, and and as it was passing down my gullet, it was like esophagus or trachea.
We're gonna take a little
We're
detour.
going
Lungs.
directly to the lungs on this one.
Straight to the lungs. Like if I move, I can feel them sloshing around in my lungs at the moment.
See, I was having this inner debate with myself. I was like, man, I could wait till after we're done with this, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna piss on the floor if I don't. So
Pretty much, but yeah, that's all I got. I'm done.
all I
Putting in the
got.
towel. Putting in my 2 weeks notice. You know what? I'm quitting. I'm done.
put in
I'm
your
over it.
2 weeks.
Yeah, this is my last ever appearance on the podcast.
I think what I'm doing, what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna file an injunction so that you can't quit.
Oh my god. I fucking
That's all I'm gonna say on that situation.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not.
If you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to the channel or follow us on any of the following platforms that Jordan will now go over. Now, right now, all of the platforms, all of them at once. That was all of them.
There you go.
Yeah,
You catch that?
that was all of them. Yeah, slow it down. Slow it down. You hear perfectly. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. But anyway, you can find the show, like Chris said, here on YouTube.com with a video format. You get to see our faces and a surprise photo of Alex that I hope made you chuckle.
Yes.
Give you a wee little chuckle. And as always, natively on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, and my app of choice, Pocket Cast, not sponsored. I wish. But anyway, RSS Feed, link it into your favorite media consumption app. Consume us in that app. And comment on YouTube.com with your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. You can also reach us on Instagram and TikTok and via email at synapsemisfire@pm.me.
Yes.
I'm done.
Pocket Casts, give us money.
Pocket Cast, give me pocket money, please.
Damn.
Please, I'm poor.
They're gonna
I'm losing my house, my car, everything's being taken.
They're gonna
by
like
me.
sue us.
I don't even own this house.
I'm
and
gonna
they're
put it
taking
in a big bag and I'm gonna take it with me.
Like Santa Claus, put it in his sack. Just carry it.
Yeah, your house, your car, your cat,
You.
everyone is coming with me.
All right. I have 10 seconds to trigger Alex. You ready?
No.
Ready, Alex? You ready
Yes,
to be
I'm
triggered?
ready.
Have you ever heard of a prolapsed rectum?
You son of a bitch!
All right, ready.
We shall start.
Commence the whatever the fuck this is.
The smepening.
Oh. Don't ever say that again.
Chris, commence the SMAPE.
Ew.
The
Order. Commence order SMAPE 69.
Oh. No, that was 10
shit.
episodes ago.